Hello and welcome back to the recap show. This is Drag Race Season 17, Episode 11. We are coming to the basic end of this show, this season. We've got a couple more episodes left, and this week did not disappoint again. So this week's episode was called Ross Mathews versus the Ducks. And I am one of your co-hosts. Y'all ready for the name?
No.
Y'all ready?
No.
Okay.
No.
I am one of your co-hosts, and my name is Deep Throat Her. And it's spelled her at the end. So, but when you put together, it's Deep Throater. Okay. And I'm here with my other two co-hosts.
What?
Gather myself.
Yeah.
I have taken my inspiration from the show.
Okay.
And instead of Daisy Duck, I am Daisy Duke, or you can call me Double D.
Okay, come on, Double D. Double D and Deep Throater. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well,
I'm on your toes.
You do. That you do. That is the truth. Yes. I too took my inspiration from the show, and my name is Shantae You Stay, spelled U-S-T-E with a accent mark over the E.
Oh,
Okay.
you fancy. We're fancy today.
I am.
I will say,
Okay.
I like the names this week. I think they're very, informative.
They are interesting. To say the
They are
Yes.
indeed. Yes.
So listen, this week was another great episode. I think that, the season started really slow as we all agreed upon. But as the season has progressed, there's been a lot of controversy and a lot of shady queens. And I think one of the shadiest of them has revealed herself when she exited the workroom last week. Ariete left a note on the window for Anya. I thought it was disrespectful. I thought it was beneath her and the show, and I thought it was done in poor taste. And I want to get into it right up front.
Apparently, it wasn't beneath her. Apparently, it was right on top of her. It was so childish.
Yeah,
It was so childish. Like, we thought that she was immature last week. Oh, she said, "Nah, just hold on. I got some more for you." Yeah, that was very strange. So the message basically was like, Anya, brush your teeth, and basically Anya has confided in. I don't know if she's confided in all the girls, but
I think it was a few of them. But
yeah,
Ariete knew
definitely.
about it. She confided in her about it because she knew.
Obviously. So yeah, apparently Anya has like some type of condition, maybe halitosis or something, to where her breath does not smell good. And it's something that she's obviously very insecure about. It's one of her I don't know, maybe even her Achilles heel almost. But that was such a low blow. But again, I think it just shows Ariete's immaturity, extreme immaturity.
I was fully prepared to come on here today and basically curse Ariete out for the foolishness. However, I'm going to extend her grace, especially because of the way that Anya handled it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be up in arms about something that the person who was offended is not up in arms about.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, the only thing I will say is Ariete needs to grow up. And I will leave it at that.
Well, you can be as gracious. I'm not going to be. The thing that really bothered me is, she did this, and then here's the thing. These girls know that everything they do is documented, and especially when you say certain things, it's going to air. So she had a moment to think about that before she wrote it. And then when she wrote it, she walked out of the room. She could have erased it and put something else there. She chose not to do that. And then when the previews aired earlier last week, then she decided to go on her apology tour online and say how she's apologized to Anya about it. and that it was done in poor taste, whatever. But you know what? Though, at that point, though, you let the cat out the bag, and you let people see who you really are as a person. Now, does she deserve to be forgiven? I think there's space for that. And Anya, like you said, took the high road from the very beginning and forgave her, and even made a joke about it, because her thing was like, she wanted to basically move on. She was like, hey, anybody got a mint? You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. She took it in stride, but that is so hurtful. And the fact that she confided in you, regardless of you guys are bickering back and forth, you could have stabbed her in the back to her face. You know what I mean? Like, confront her about it. Why did you decide to air that out on public, on national TV, on international TV? That's something she told you guys in confidence. And you decide that, you know what, no, I'm going to screw you over and make you look bad and do that so publicly. Unforgivable.
Ariette's downfall is she has taken it beyond drag. Like, drag queens throw shade to each other all day, every day. That's not shade. That's bullying. That's just straight up mean. And in the street, those are fighting words, and you deserve your ass whooped.
Yeah.
However, as I stated before, I'm just going to extend her grace because, like I said, if Anya can be above it, what's the point in me having such a visceral reaction?
Yeah.
I was fully ready to just be like, yeah, somebody needs to trip her in the street or something. But I'm going to leave it alone and leave it at that.
So I'm kind of sort of with you. I forgot the drag name already. Thank you, Double D. I'm kind of with you on that because, to your point, like, I can't be mad if this bitch ain't mad, or I can't be more mad than the victim of the crime. You know what I mean? So, but on that same thing, like, these girls do forgive awfully quickly because, I think it was the next day they came into the workroom and Anya was like, oh, I've already forgiven her. Blah, blah. I was like, God damn, bitch, that was real quick. For a bitch to hit you that hard and you didn't already forgive, I'm like, God damn. And then I remember, like, when her and Lexi got into it about the whole tarp situation, they were hugging and making up like the next day. I was like, I don't know nothing about this forgiveness life, because the way I hold a grudge, there are people who did some shit to me years ago that I still can't get over. So I don't know nothing about that.
Here's the thing with that. You brought out a key point. When she had the beef with Lexi, at least Lexi was there for her to have a conversation afterwards. This bitch did her dirt and dipped.
That's true.
She didn't have a choice.
Well, I know, but still, like,
she didn't have to do that.
If you did that big, bad, and bold, you should have did that when y'all were back in Untucked. Why not do it there? Because that's where it stems from. You know what I mean? That's where it stems from. Say it there. Stick your chest out and say it. And I mean, I hear what y'all are saying about, why should we be upset about it if she's not, if Anya's not and she's forgiven her. But you know what? Stuff like that bothers me because that's bullying, and it just allows people to go ahead and give them the right to go ahead and do it. And it's not. People should call her out on that shit. Regardless of the fact that
I'm sure she's been getting a ton of hate ever since last week, when she stole Jules's jokes or whatever. I'm sure the fans have been all up in her comments, and this week obviously does not make it any better. But yeah, I just think it just shows her immaturity. It also shows her lack of spelling skills because she spelled teeth wrong. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Did she? I didn't see that.
She did.
How did she spell it?
TEATH. Yeah. Yeah. It was just super immature. Yeah, so it was unfortunate, but I do love the way that Anya handled it. Like,
classy.
When all this happened, I was like, did Ariette just hand Anya the win? Because now Cause now she looks real good. Now you've given her this endearing spotlight. You've given her this endearing production. Now people who already liked her like her more. People who may have been on the fence about her really like her now. So I was like, I think you may have just handed this girl the win. Not that she needed you to hand it to her, but now she looks a lot better.
And it definitely boosted her, Anya, because now she's over 100,000 followers on Instagram. And,
Damn.
you know, the black queens don't get this type of attention on social media as quickly as Anya has gotten it. So it did help her. And like I said, I can't give Ariete any air. I can extend her grace, but not give her any more. Like, she's not worth it. She's really not worth it.
All right, well, that being said, I guess we should move on and start going towards the looks. So, like I said, today's episode was Ross Mathews versus the Ducks, but what was the runway? Was it black and white?
Black and white ball.
Yeah, black and white ball. Okay, so let's get into the looks.
All right, first up we have...
I really liked this. I thought
Me too.
Her makeup was amazing. The only thing I can say about Sam is she should have packed more wigs. But other than that, like, this was a stunning look. It was stunning.
It was really good. I loved it from head to toe. The mask, how she came out with it. I love that she did the little jingle so you get the full effect of everything. And, you know, this kind of harks back to something you had said earlier in the season about if you're going to do something like, especially when it comes to black, having some patterns, having some texture. She had all of it. It was nice patterns. She had nice textures. And it just worked cohesively. It fit her body right. Yeah, she can have more hair, but I think that this hair definitely fit that style that she was going for, and her makeup looks good. Sam, she's that girl. She
had a really good week. Like, even in the challenge, she didn't let Lydia bring her down. Like, she showed up this week. I mean, but Sam's been showing up since she was Cher, I guess. Like, she is just
no.
It's you see, I didn't even pay any attention, child.
You did, and I'm so proud.
It's just, I just kept it moving.
He lives with me, so he knows.
Like Sam, and she's giving top 2 energy, if not winner.
Top 3, easily.
Yeah. It's like every week she's getting better and better. And it's like, oh shit, she's giving Anya, and I think she's just giving Anya a run for her money. Because honestly, at this point, I think Susie has just fallen off. So
Susie, she's if not falling off, she's fallen to the middle of the pack where you don't really notice too much of what she does anymore.
Yes. So it would not surprise me if it's Anya and Sam, top 2.
It wouldn't surprise me either.
It would not surprise me. This look was great.
God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
This look was great. Her makeup was great. I like you said, I enjoyed this from head to toe. It was really good.
For me, like, she's not giving like, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. She's just doing what she needs to do, and people are noticing her.
The only thing she actually kind of does give, look at me, look at me, look at me, because every time she doesn't win in the workroom the next day, she always has to give this grandiose speech about why she should have won or why she did win. I mean, and it's fine, but it's like, okay, girl, sit down.
Yeah, but she does it after the fact. I'm talking about more of like when she's doing a task or the assignment, and then also on the runway. It's just kind of like, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, like it gives grace, like when she's doing it.
Yeah.
How she's doing it. But I do agree with that.
Yeah.
That other point. Okay. Who's next?
I just had a thought.
Come on, thought.
What if because Sam is Trinity's daughter, what if they do another twin win this season with like Anya and Sam?
I would not want to see that.
I don't see it happening this year because they didn't do a double elimination. They didn't do a double win yet. So, like, what was the purpose of doing that double win at the end?
Because you got 2 queens that have been neck and neck. because obviously this episode, Anya got her third win. Sam has two. I could see Sam getting another one before the finale. I don't know. I could see it. And again, especially since she is Trinity's daughter, there's something about the production that I could see them being like, oh yeah, let's get our fingers in here and do. I don't know. It was a thought that just popped into my head. Like, I can see it.
We will see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We shall see. All right, next up.
I didn't like this.
I was mid. I will say this. I was very surprised at the judges' reactions to this look because we both kind of looked at each other. It was like I felt like she kind of missed the mark just a little bit. If she would have gone just a little bit further, it would have been really, really well. But the judges actually really liked this look. No one commented her on like the awkward the awkward cut of whatever it was. If it was a skirt, or was it a shirt? Like top, I don't know.
I felt like it was trying to do too much. Maybe I don't know. I didn't like it, and like I didn't like the peekaboo panty. I felt like she could have worn this look and made it a little longer, and maybe it would have helped it somewhat. But it just I didn't like it.
A poodle skirt or something. Like I don't know.
It needed something, but what she presented, it just wasn't it. And I'm like you. I'm also surprised that the judges loved it because I was like,
yeah, I didn't get that. But I will say I did love her in the acting challenge.
She did not get enough credit for the acting challenge.
I don't think so either. I think they overlooked her, so I know that because it was a partner, her and Anya were together. I don't think Anya overpowered her. I thought they were actually equally pretty good. Anya, of course, always stands out because she just has that big personality. But I thought she was actually really good.
She was. Like, I mean, and maybe you have to put it in perspective of it's Lana, so you don't expect much from her. And then the fact that she kind of like, she showed personality. She took direction well.
2 weeks in a row, she showed personality.
I feel like maybe that was why, because she did. I don't think she was bottom two. I don't think
so either. I disagree with her being in the bottom.
I don't agree with her being in the bottom two. However,
even with the look.
Yeah.
So if she wasn't bottom two, who else besides Lydia should have been bottom two?
I feel like even though the final product was really good, Lexi probably should have been in the bottom.
Yeah.
If you look at the overall challenge, and the judges have done it before where they will mention how difficult they were during
edits.
During the process. Look at how they tried to edit Anya in that one episode of how she was being difficult or whatever.
Yes.
They didn't do the same thing with Lexi, and Lexi took a long time to get around to it.
Yes.
So I just felt like, and then even with Lexi's look, I mean, we'll get to it, but they again made the comment, okay, you're on that cusp of doing the same exact thing. So the overall challenge and the looks, I felt like it could have been like Lydia and Lexi.
Yeah, I agree.
I can agree with that. As far as Lana's look, I like the top. I think the top is really pretty. I love the sleeves. I love the bows. I love the hair. To me, there feels like there's some. I also hated the peekaboo panty, the black panty that was obviously such a contrast. I hated that. I'm like, why am I seeing this? Why is this top so short? I think there was a disconnect between the top and the tights. Although I don't know, it was something missing. I was like, something strange about this. But yeah, I can agree. I think y'all are giving her a bit much for the challenge. Well, maybe not, because I can agree that she shouldn't have been in the bottom. I do think she was safe.
I think she was safe too.
Yeah. But yeah, this look was decent, but yeah, it was something about the black panties. I don't understand.
Yeah, what was going on. I think the black panties thing was just a bad call.
Yeah.
Just do the white panties and be done with it.
Yeah.
All right,
next up.
She is the winner for this episode. However, I will say, I didn't really like this.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was safe. I thought this was a safe look. This was not her best runway look.
Her performance in the challenge was the sole reason why she won. Yeah. It was not a collaborative look and challenge type of situation because I don't think the look it didn't read very well to me, in my opinion.
I think it needed to do more. It needs to be a little bit bigger.
It needed something. When she turned the corner, I was like, does this fulfill the brief? Because it's supposed to be black and white. It's giving black and like smoke.
Gray.
Yeah,
Black and gray. Yeah. I like the concept. But I was like, this ain't the best. This ain't the best, Anya. This ain't the best. But she did do well in the challenge. She reminded me very much of Bob in Bob's season when they did the Empire, whatever.
Empire,
It very much reminded me of that. So I was like, and in fact, I just commented this on one of the posts from the Instagram page. She's like if Bob and Simone had a drag baby. Anya she's very Bob and Simone. Like she's very personable. Like her personality when it comes to a challenge is very Bob. And then also sometimes she gives you that Simone kind of neck. So it's such an interesting. She's such an interesting queen to me. But yeah, this look. It needed more.
Say this. I did not see her winning this episode because when she came out with this look, I was just like, okay. Even though she did stellar in the performance, this is just a safe look.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that Sam did not win because they loved her performance and they loved her look.
I thought that Sam was going to win. I really did.
Yeah. I'm glad that Anya won. I'm glad that Anya got that third win before Sam. However, I really thought this episode would have gone to Sam.
I will say this. This season, I really can't read RuPaul. Like, all the things that we assume that he will do, the decision that he'll make just from past seasons, like, he's just not holding true to that. 'Cause like this is a perfect example. Like, I really thought that Sam would win this one. I don't think that, not that she doesn't deserve to win, but I just didn't think that the look was just safe.
Yeah, I agree. Look and challenge combined, I could see Sam winning this for sure. So yeah, moving on.
Okay.
Shall we talk about the lip sync now or later?
Let's do it later. Let's just focus on the look and the challenge.
All right.
I'm not going to say I hate this, but it's literally she's done the same exact thing the past 3 weeks.
Yes.
Like the fur.
Colors in different textures.
Fur,
lace.
the silhouette. It's literally been the same look in different colors for 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And even like the challenge, you can tell she tried, but her try was just not good enough at all.
Yeah.
No. She's not an actress, apparently. Clearly. She's not. But then also, like, so she has this, I guess, kind of deadpan humor, but it doesn't, for me, it doesn't, there's a way to do deadpan humor that can be extremely funny. Her deadpan to me is just dead. It's like there's no expression. There's nothing behind the eyes. It's just like I'm delivering the line.
Yeah, and
that's all I'm getting
about that. Yeah, the sad part about that is too. Ross gave her clear direction on that one line in particular, the prostate.
Yes,
what the prostate wants.
Yes,
and she still just did not.
I think it was worse after he gave her the advice.
Yeah, it was.
And I was just looking
like it just. She's just not an actor. Her delivery as Sophia in the other acting challenge, and then now this, it wasn't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it didn't give what it was supposed to have gave.
It did not. Hence why she was in the bottom of the window.
Yeah, that part
pretty much. Oh we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have
self-sabotage.
Yeah,
quite. I like this. I liked it. I liked it a lot when she turned that corner. I said, "Oh, girl, what is this? I like it."
So here's my thing with this, right? She said cat. First of all, the makeup is stunning. The makeup is absolutely stunning. She said cat. I didn't get cat though. I got like llama. Based on like silhouette. Like, do you see it though? Like everybody's new groove.
Yeah,
Like it gave more llama than it gave cat.
Okay.
And you can see Sam's critique when they said, you know, it should have been cinched in just a little bit.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. But she looked absolutely amazing. The whole ASMR of it all and the acting challenge, it was hilarious. Like, I literally laughed out loud. It was hilarious. It was very funny. Like, I laughed. Like, those, her and Lexi gave me a LOL, literal LOL moment. Yeah. I thought she did really good this week. Overall, I can see why she was just safe.
Yeah.
But it was still, it was still really good. I have to give her flowers because she looked amazing and the acting challenge was good, minus the hairline.
Yeah.
Oh, my girl. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this look was so good. I was like, oh, I just love the way that fringe moves. I like the way it's constructed and laid out to where you can see the black and the white. I was like, oh, I had a moment when she walked this runway. I was like, oh, yes! I liked it a lot. Her performance was decent. What'd you say?
Her poise and how she presented it on the runway was really nice.
Yeah. The challenge was decent. The hairline was also unfortunate, but yeah, this was a good week for her.
It was really good.
I think that having the hairline issue, like, it made it fun.
It added to the joke.
It did, because I was looking, I'm like, is that hers? Why does it look like that? It looked like it was taped on. I'm like,
And that's what I thought at first. I thought her tape was showing. I didn't realize it was just like it was painted in because it's Anya's wig.
It was Anya's wig. Yeah. But I mean, overall, it was a really, really good look. And I think Sam actually had the most accurate comment about her look. It was stunning, but it just needed that extra little twist. If she would have cinched it in at the waist a little bit, it would have given her a really nice silhouette. Because I mean, when she came out, after you think about it, it does read very just like flat and straight on. Mm-hmm. But the way she moved and the way she had the fringes move and her makeup, she just looked impeccable. This was a good week as far as looks and her makeup. Stunning.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. She was definitely safe this week. And I really did enjoy their acting challenge, her and Lexi.
Her and Lexi, yeah.
The edits, at least, the edits.
Okay. Well, speak of the devil.
Not a fan of this look either.
I'm not either. Like, the peekaboo here is intentional because it's bejeweled or whatever, bedazzled, whatever the word is you want to use. I didn't like it. I didn't like the hair. The only thing I liked about this look was the ombre effect. I thought the ombre was really pretty.
Yeah.
However, the overall look, the hair, the makeup was really dark. That it did not work. And then her performance in the challenge, like while they were like doing it, she was getting on my nerves because to let Susie bother you one time, I kind of get because of where Susie was at that point. The second time, it's like, okay, girl. The third time, it's like, okay, you just need to go home at this point. Because if you're this bothered by another competitor, why are you here? Because this is what the competition is. Like, I just don't... It's not endearing anymore. Like, I can understand the headspace prior, but to just be so wrapped up in what another contestant is doing in the competition that you're being thrown off, it's not entertaining to watch.
But here's a question. I don't know. I don't know if that was actually the case this week. I don't know if she was thrown off by Susie.
She was. She said it.
Did she?
Yes. Because when Lana made the comment.
No, while they were actually doing it together.
Before she came out, when Susie was doing her thing and then Ross was like, oh, we have an actress on set, she let that get to her. Because remember when she was behind the door, she was like, oh, now there's an actor on set. So now I got to go out here and make sure. So it's like, get over it. Get over it at this point.
Yeah.
It's just not, I'm over it.
Lexi is so in her head that, like, and it's especially when it comes to Susie, as soon as for the roast, when Susie was introducing her, Susie said something like, here's the next bitch who has no friends or whatever. Here Lexi go. Here Lexi go. As soon as Susie said no friends or blah, blah, that made me think, did I do something to everybody? Girl, I need you to relax. I need you to relax. I need you to relax. So yeah, Susie is this girl's nemesis. Like, she can't do nothing for Susie.
And it has nothing to do with Susie, because Susie is not trying to come for her at all.
I mean, it's all internal for sure. It is 100% internal. But yeah, so apparently she did, decently this week. I hate this runway. I don't like this at all. I do like the ombre, and I do like the way that the veil flared when she flared it. But I don't know what she was. I don't know what she was thinking with this dress. I don't understand. It's almost like she put the dress on and she was like, this is too short, but I gotta do something. So then she decided to bejazzle the panty because it was that short.
Panty at that.
And I'm just like, it don't look good.
Yeah.
It don't look good. And you already gave us a bridal look. You gave us a really good bridal look a couple of weeks ago. Like, what's going on, Lexi?
My question is, like, is she using these trains as a security blanket? Because it's like every look has some type of train to it. She needs that thing to cover her up. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But like, the judges keep telling every week, like, you're giving us a different version of the same thing. And it's just like, all right, let me tell you something. If she comes with that shit again next week, just on that alone, despite however she does, she needs to go home, because it's just like, you're not listening. You are not listening. And if that's the case, then we can't have you out there representing us, because you're just going to keep doing the same thing and faltering, and you're supposed to be representing this brand. Because ultimately, the person that wins is representing the brand, despite what you might want to think about it.
Well, okay, here's the thing. She does love a train, as we all do.
Where riding a train,
or just
all of the above. All of the above.
Okay.
When we're talking about, the garment, I love a train as well, because a train makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel, you know what I mean? It makes you feel very like, I'm that bitch. So I get it.
Moment.
Yes, but she's giving us a train every week. Michelle obviously said something about it, and Lexi was like, this is it. This is the last one. It needs to be. It needs to be, girl. Because unless
she hints at it every week.
Unless you can come with like a completely different type of train, and it is the best fucking train you've ever seen. Unless you can do that every week, you gotta stop. Because you could be the queen of trains. You could be the queen of trains, but you are not the queen of trains. So this look was not good. I hated the too short dress. I did not like this at all.
Yeah, that's why I said what I said about she should have been in the bottom two. I fully believe that she should have been in the bottom two.
I agree.
Between the challenge and the difficulty she had in the challenge, because if you look at all of the acting challenges over the seasons, the final product is always good.
Yeah,
like you never really see anybody falter in the final product.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of what the final product produced, she did not do good in the challenge overall. So I don't understand how she was not.
This was my problem with the judging this week, because when Anya did her acting challenge, they called her out. Oh no, not sorry, the choreography. They called her out on, oh, she was being difficult, this and that. But yet still, when Lexi was doing this challenge this week, Ross was there. He could have said, you know what, you struggled a lot with this. I kept asking you, this and that.
Mhm.
No one made mention of it.
No, they did make mention of it, but they gave her praise for it because they were saying, regardless of
That's
how long
right.
it took you to get there, you got there. They didn't extend Anya the same grace.
This is true.
Like,
This is true.
The editing this season it's leaving something to be desired. Because
I agree.
I think the problem is, too, we've been in this now for 17 seasons and just the American version. You got to think about all of the other iterations across the world. So I think the audience is no longer blind to the tricks that they pull. And it's clear that there's trickery in the editing and the production this season. And I think maybe we're just at a point now where we're just kind of tired of seeing it.
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the production and the judging this season has been strange and has been off. Again, we could have had a double elimination by now. So many people deserve that. There are times when one queen should have won and she didn't. So I'm just like, what's really going on? But yeah, anyway, last but not least, we have another kitty cat.
But she killed this.
Yeah.
I can admit, Jules always kind of turns and looks. I mean, she misses. She does miss sometimes. She has missed. I will say that. But this, baby, this was the only reason why she was not in the bottom. Because that whole monologue foolishness, she should have been in the bottom too.
Yeah.
But her look, I see why they say
She ate it.
She did what needed to be done.
The look was really cute. Once again, another girl who fought for their part. I really want this part. But then you don't deliver the part. Susie wanted the part. She let you have it, but you don't deliver the part. What's going on? You said that you knew the part. Tiffany's New York Poly. You knew it since grade school.
That was her downfall. That was her downfall, though, because she was so focused on the New York of it all that she didn't actually learn the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she kept confusing it.
Yeah.
They told her you're actually combining the two.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so when I watched the pit stop, I think it was Monet and Andrea, they both made a good point that remember Jules had to sit there and wait for a while in order for the other girls to get their lines. On the pit stop, they said anytime that they had like an acting challenge and they had to wait, they were sitting there reading their lines, they were going over their lines. We didn't see Jules do that. It did not seem as though Jules was going over her lines. It seemed like she was trying to stay awake. So it seems like she did not use her time wisely, and it showed.
She did.
But yes, this look was decent, and I agree. It's probably the only reason she was not in the bottom. Although I wouldn't be mad if she was in the bottom. Honestly, I wouldn't have been mad
if she was in the bottom either.
I wouldn't have been upset.
I felt like she deserved to be in the bottom based on the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as I say, she could have been one of the ones in the bottom based on the challenge. I agree with Lydia being in the bottom, but the other bottoms could have been either Lexi or Jules as well.
Yeah. So let's talk about the bottom, since now we've gone through all the looks. So Lydia versus Lana. Now, I will say this. I think that Lana was okay. I didn't think she was exceptional. I was kind of afraid that she might have been going home. But let me tell you something. When Lydia pulled out the scissors, that was called self-sabotage. She killed it for herself. When she couldn't do what she was trying to do, it was like, girl. And it was so painful to watch. I literally had the full covers over me. It was like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed for you.
Lana is not a lip syncer. Because Lana, every time she's been in the bottom, she has given the same exact performance. She tries to be sensual and sexy and all that stuff, but that does not work for every song. She's not a performer. She will give you a dip or a split or whatever, but she's a one-trick pony. She's not a performer. Lydia was killing it up until she pulled out those. Lydia is actually a really good performer. She surprises me every time she's in the bottom at how well she does. That lip sync was Lydia's to lose, and she lost it. She should have realized after that first cut that it wasn't working and was like, oh well, and still just did what she was already doing. Girl, you sent yourself home.
I'm so confused as to how she thought it would be a good idea to cut the dress on the runway during the lip sync and that was going to work quickly and well. What? Like I'm sure you constructed this garment. You made this. So why not make a way for you to quickly come out of it? Why not
a tearaway?
A tearaway. Some scissors was your answer, girl? If it would have been me, now I realize I've not done drag. I've never been on any drag competition show. But I just feel like had it been me, it would have been stay in the dress or I'm certainly not going to do sit. What? Cut myself out the dress? That was the solution? That was the solution, to cut yourself out the dress. No, ma'am. And it wasn't like she was not making it work in the dress. She was doing well. Yeah. She was doing well with the dress as it was. So I'm just like, what happened? What's going on? Lydia could have sent Lana home.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she literally was sending Lana home. I think we were all convinced that Lana was going home once the lip sync started, and then, all right, you say, "Oh, I got something on my sleeves, whatever," and you pull out the scissors and you start to cut. Like, what was it supposed to be? Like, you were supposed to cut yourself out? Did you have another look underneath of it, or did you just want to have like a split where you could like show some legs?
She wanted to be able to move.
But then you got tied up in the dress and like couldn't even step out of it, and it just made it even worse. And did she slip?
No, she sat down. No. She was trying to get out of the dress.
It was painful.
It was like she was just trying to. I'm just like, oh God,
it was pain.
And let me tell you something. If she did not go home, then you know that there's something wrong with RuPaul on this whole judging thing, because that alone sent her home.
She sent herself home. She really did send. Because even like the judges' reactions to her when the lip sync first started, Sam was in it, Ru was in it, Michelle was in it. They were all in it for her. And then the scissors. The scissors.
She could have sewn a zipper on the side or something. All she had to do was unzip, and that would have given her a little bit more room to work in the dress.
That would have made it look intentional. Like that.
Yes.
Doing something like that makes the whole effect intentional. Her doing this was like, well, I don't know what else to do. I have scissors. Let me cut myself out of this dress. Like, she panicked.
The problem, I think, all of these queens miss the point that this is not, the regular season is not All-Stars, where the All-Stars, they have the opportunity to change and come back onto the runway, right? So I feel like the downfall for a lot of these queens, especially when they make their own garments, they don't make them with the mindset of, I might have to lip sync in this. Like, they need to have a fail-safe. They need to have a fail-safe for every outfit they construct.
Come on.
To be able to perform in it.
And if you're not creating the look, if you're paying somebody to create the look, tell the designer, hey girl, I need a way to quickly get up. I need a way for this to quickly transform, just in case I'm in the bottom any particular week. The problem is all these girls come in with such a big head thinking, I could never be in the bottom. Girl.
Yeah.
I just don't. And then again, on the pit stop, I think it was Monet who said, in Untucked, bitch, you had time. If you was gonna cut yourself out the dress, you had time to cut it in Untucked. Yes. You had time to cut it before you came back. Like, why would you wait? Why would you wait to get to the lip sync to try to cut yourself out the dress? It was crazy. Crazy.
The problem was she wanted to have a stunt. She thought the scissors were going to be a stunt. So that's why she didn't think about it in Untucked. However, the consensus was that Lydia and Lana were going to be in the bottom in Untucked. The queens knew who was going to lip sync. So, to Monet's point, yes, at least make some type of small incision. That way, when you go to cut it, it comes off easy.
Yeah, something. It was poor planning. It was poor
I mean,
planning.
Yeah, it really was. And because of this, she has gone home now.
Yeah.
She has sashayed away.
I mean-
She did not Shantae, you stay. Okay.
That was
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Lydia wasn't
Sorry.
winning this competition anyway, so it's not like
That's true.
it's Lydia.
It's no big loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, that's the end of that episode, and the girls are getting narrowed down. We're down to 6 queens now. 6 queens next week on episode 12. So, I mean, I know we've talked about this in the past. Do we anticipate only a top 3 or a top 4?
I honestly anticipate a top 5. They've done it before.
Have they?
Yeah.
Who? With whom? What season?
It was who was the top 5?
I don't think it was top 5
No,
though.
it was. I think it was Simone's season.
Was it?
No.
That was during COVID.
What season was there was or what season was Angeria on?
That was Willow's season.
So Willow season, that was top 5 season. There were 5 of them.
No, it was
still COVID.
That was after COVID. I think that was like the first season after COVID. So it was Willow, Daya, Betty, Angeria, Camden. I think it was only 4.
It was 5 of them.
Who was the 5th bitch? I don't know.
I can't remember. I do remember there was a top 5.
Well, I'll tell you what. A top 5 is going to be too much, and if they do it this.
I don't think you have 5. They're the top to make a top 5. I think there honestly is probably a top 3.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'll be a top 4.
I agree. I'm just looking at the number of episodes that are left.
Well, this is what episode next week will be episode 12.
They usually do how many episodes a season?
16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's 16 episodes.
No.
I have no clue.
I don't know. We'll see.
Whatever. Well, listen,
we should see.
We thank you guys for tuning in every week to watch this recap show. We hope that you guys are enjoying this. So don't forget to like this video, to hit the notification button, and also subscribe so that you get notified every week when we drop a new video at noon on Monday.
You always forget to say the comment. Interact with our videos.
Listen, yes, and actually people have been commenting, and we do appreciate that, and we spend time going back and interacting with you guys. So also comment. We love getting feedback from you guys, and we love. You know what I actually love about the comments? Some people actually take the time to actually, when they comment, they specifically call the time marker in our video where they're commenting.
No, I think
that's very helpful.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually love that because you can kind of go back and see where that comment's coming from. But we really do appreciate that, and we thank you guys so much for following us. Don't forget to follow. That's really, really important. You know, we love that you guys are watching it, but if you're not following, that's not helping our algorithm and helping us get out to even more people. And don't forget, share this with people that you think that would enjoy this content. So until next time, my friends, deuces.
Bye.